If you haven't known me yet, I'm Brad, but you can call me Lemon. I make videos. It's the first video I've made, which is the Sprunky video. Since it's winter break and people are having a jolly day, why not make a video about locals? And when I say locals, I think of people who are jobless, gets trolled a lot daily, and some of them live alone or with their family. But there were some particular locals I've met during when I was young. And that being said, it's the animation community. I'm not low-key saying that not everyone is a locale, but however, there are some animators or artists who are locales and do get trolled a lot. Some are in DeviantArt or lurking around on YouTube. There are some locales I've met that will either steal artwork from other artists or roleplay characters and ship themselves with them, or even make a roleplay with other people on YouTube. I also have a video about explaining an individual by the name of Victoria, so if you want to check it out, you can. But anyways, I hope you read the disclaimer, and let's begin with the video. Reminder again, you have been warned.
You have no idea how I wanted to make a video about him, but he is one of the strangest YouTubers I've ever crossed during the day I scroll down to Twitter. The stuff he makes are him and a character named Slusher, a character from Chicken Nugget. All I can say is that he likes this character and considered it as his lover. I know what you're gonna say, what's wrong with self-shipping? Nothing's wrong with it, but however, he does cry in his videos. Well, his thumbnail says so, but however it's the videos he's making, mainly littlest pet shop characters in suggestive clothing. Reminder, those characters are feral animals. Even if they can talk, they are still feral animals. There's also him shipping 2-car characters with 2 characters from Chicken Nugget, which a reminder again, these 2 characters are actually together. Now you might be asking yourself, is it because he's autistic? No. What does his autism have to do with what he did? Also forgot to mention this one, having a mental disorder or disabilities is a struggle, but it doesn't excuse anything whether you caused the damage or not. It's your choice, not decision. There's things to say, but there's nothing else in mind. This is just the beginning of an artist lolcow. No matter how much I look at her, nobody bats an eye on what she even did, which sickens me. But she's one of the YouTubers in the Banana Splits fandom and Willy's Wonderland fandom. She has a lot of videos, which is something you'd see in your cousin's iPad. She makes content like FNAF, Gacha and other such. And also her rage against her quote-unquote haters. However, she's far from innocent. She was exposed for being a groomer. She dated a minor named Sam. She roleplayed with other minors in her comment sections, some being NSFW. She fetishized gay people and romanticized abuse. That include her being weird towards characters even if her account is 13+. If you check in her community tab, she's known for just sharing, but however she always shares her hate towards her haters, again, but in reality, they are trolls or actual people trying to expose her. She throws a tantrum every time she gets exposed, by the way. She claims to ignore trolls, but however they manage to get under her skin. She also said the hard R at someone. I'm not technically sure if Jeddah is diagnosed, but if she is, then that's something. If she isn't, then what the skibbity? It's fucking disgusting how people defended her and victim blamed the minor, and as for people saying it's in the past, she's changed now. Is she really? Because briefly an adult should stop being friends with the minor they've groomed. She shouldn't be interacting with minors after what she did. So give Emmy a better explanation on why she didn't leave Sam alone. Because she still preys on him, which is what groomers do after they get exposed, they try to seek sympathy. And for though it's in the past, the damage is already done. She cannot fix anything but her mental health. She needs to stop talking to minors and stay away from the internet so she doesn't harm anyone. I checked her channel the last time and finally, she stopped posting. If not, she must be somewhere, disguising as someone else. I fucking hate this loser. Let's get on with it. Sarah Splits is Jeddah's close friends. She makes the similar content Jeddah and Spencer makes. She's also a Banana Splits fan, obviously. Notice how she's a multi-fandom fan. Nothing's wrong with it, but don't get fooled by her videos, her interests, and her friendly comments. Sarah was exposed for being a freak, and well, also exposed for talking to an adult. She was practically groomed at the age of 16. However, the tables turned when she groomed a minor, at least 3 times from what the twisted guy said. I highly recommend checking his video out. She's also known for her abuse videos of her OC Victoria, a fanchild of Drooper and Flegel. She made pregnancy videos of her OC experiencing it, did NSFW with the adult while upping as Victoria. She also did vor videos of Victoria being devoured by Drooper and Flegel. She made videos of her fetish, which is stomach rubs. She's also racist when she fucking said black PPL aren't real. Whenever she's exposed, she plays the victim by saying she's autistic, which I feel like she's disrespecting the autism community, coming from a mentally ill autistic person. As I said, having a mental disorder or disabilities is a struggle, but it doesn't excuse anything whether you cause the damage. She generally wants you to believe her so she can keep getting away with her allegations. She is a creep trying to lie to children because she knows what she's doing. Children are very gullible to manipulate to the point they'll get preyed on, like Sarah being the predator. She has hurt so many people, and I mean a lot. There are victims trying to speak up about this, but yet they remain silent because of Sarah. As for the bonus part, I'm taking her privileges away from owning Victoria. I redesigned her and might give her a new name, Valerie. She is now owned by me. I'm also planning on remaking Rosie as well, so I will be sure to introduce them properly. To be honest with you, I've never heard this man until January 2023. Julian is a 14-year-old artist who was a huge fan of FNF, especially drawing his OCS and other characters in FNF style. I couldn't blame him. PPL I saw really liked FNF back in 2021. But however, he was groomed by an adult named Rainbow Kitty, and Julian has done a lot of damage he caused. Such as drawing NSFW of CP, pressuring minors into drawing suggestive art, and is also racist. He also has drawn suggestive art of his own mother and his sister, which I'm pretty sure she's just an imaginary sister. Correct me if I'm wrong. He has also drawn a minor OC and you guessed it, Victoria. Yeah, he's obsessed with her for some reason, and believe it or not, I remember a screenshot of Sarah supporting that kind of stuff Julian would do to that OC. There's such more to say because he has a crying fetish which he requested one of his victims to make a crying audio for him because he thinks it's cute. He was exposed by the channel. Julian is a bad man. There's a lot of proof of what Julian has done. There were victims speaking out their experiences with Julian as well, so I highly recommend checking it out. Also, his girlfriend defended him by saying he has autism, which we will get to that point. Again, no excuse because you caused the damage already. I still can't believe the people I've included would always use autism or depression as an excuse. His channel got terminated. There's a rumor going around that his mom deleted his account. Or it was mass reported by everyone, we aren't sure. This is a bonus. I know they aren't considered lolcas, but I feel like they should be mentioned in the Julian topic. The people in the channel are hypocrites, and the only information I've gotten is from Sev's video. I highly recommend checking it out. You know how they made a video about Rainbow Kitty and they exposed her for her gross shit? Well, if they knew, then why didn't they talk about her and Julian's relationship? Why didn't they bother looking into Rainbow and her relationship with Julian and then say something about it? Well, they did, but however, they victim blamed Julian. Like what? I get how Julian is a fucked up person, but he is a victim of Rainbow Kitty. Even if people don't see it that way, all because he was exposed and shit, Julian was still the victim of Rainbow Kitty, and how he thought this was normalized, unless he was already a bad person, but it still grossed me out. The people have called Julian the hard R, which surprisingly I'd never heard one of them confirm that they are autistic. If they were, then I wouldn't be talking about this topic, but however they aren't. That just sounds strange.
What is wrong with this retard?
Are more fucking retard than a Karen screaming about me eating forest berries. My banana lunch finally done dealing with these retards.
Seriously, how the fuck can you be this fucking retarded?
Also, not to mention, they've sent death threats to Julian and then called it actually death threats a criticism.
Comment on there saying he should go die a horrible death and should go burn in a damn fire. Don't you guys remember that?
I don't know why I need to explain this to you, but those aren't death threats, Julian. It's called criticism.
Talk about telling a 14-year-old child who has done a lot of fucked up stuff and proceeds to tell him to kill himself when you're supposed to be the bigger person says a lot about you, guys. Bravo, you handled the situation so well. But seriously though, it's just pathetic how you guys thought you were handling this, and half of it was just you guys acting immature. Not entirely, but you can't even tell which one is criticism or not. Also, funny fact, despite the people being older and blaming Julian for drawing that kind of stuff, Funtime Mario also drew weird shit. Like drawing a minor character that was confirmed to be 16. Yeah, he's not innocent. I'm not surprised really. Han and his girlfriend have drawn shit a lot, their proportions are ass. That's all I have to say. I've made a video on her, but it is just a remade of it since I was a little too nice for some reason. Victoria is a YouTuber who does roleplays. With her main persona, she ships herself with a Cooper character from the movie. I've explained what she is, so let's get on with the two topics. 1. Tracing others' art. She has been known for tracing, mainly her friends' art. I've spoke to that person and they told me about it, and how they don't feel comfortable with Victoria tracing over her art and stealing it. But like Victoria can't even draw, so that's something. If I'm being honest, yes, tracing can be good if you're actually using stock images to practice drawing. It could also be useful to draw something like a person or a dog. But this isn't what Victoria is doing here. 2. Stealing artworks. She's known for stealing others' artwork from different social medias and putting it in her YouTube videos. Reminder, stealing is bad and it shouldn't be legal. Yes, I took screenshots and showed it to the original artists. One didn't know and the other two possibly knew about their artwork getting stolen. What I could only say is that she's a shitty tracer. Jack is an animator since 2015, such a classic one. He was a Sans fangirl before and uploaded a tons of videos. Jack had a lot of drama in the past, which I'm sure you can look at the Google Docs about it. So you're asking yourself, why is he in the lolcow list? Because Jack was known for leaking his IP address to individuals online, telling his parents if they turned the Wi-Fi off, he'd kill himself. There is so much more he has done besides those. He has talked about disturbing stuff to minors and about mauling his ex. Let's go with that. Recently he posted a video about his roommate, Cinnabear, being a groomer because she was exposed for talking to minors. Jack also scammed people 10 grand to get to shelter, but however, instead of getting shelter and food, he wasted it all on derpy plushies. He moved in with Dorothy, or known as Izzy. Story short, Jack stole the cat and gave it to Dorothy. I'm pretty sure, but the cat's safe. Dorothy explained about Jack being the worst roommate because he begged for food even though there was food in the house. Even Jack got someone to order DoorDash for him, but besides the point, he's been exposed for encouraging a minor to draw more of their two hypersexual characters together instead of disapproving it like he mentioned. There are more videos of people explaining about the situation recently, and I'm pretty sure some of the live stream ones aren't really aware of the actual situation, so they don't count. I highly recommend watching Slime's videos because they have more proof of what Birdie has done. I'm sorry if you weren't able to hear my voice. I recorded my voices since the 23th because I was staying over my grandma's house and the walls are very thin. So, I hope the text-to-speech explained it better than me because I stutter so much. I have a speech impediment. I really hope everyone learned something today, because if these individuals I've mentioned try to explain about how they are innocent, don't bother listening to them now that I've shown proof. If you see any of those individuals I've mentioned would share this video on their community tab and try to act like the victim, don't defend them or interact with them, simply block them or report them. They are creeps manipulating children and other people so they can get away from what they did. Please, stay away from them. As for the individuals I've mentioned, this is for you. Stay the fuck away from me just because I exposed you. Of course I hate to harass or bring this drama up, but however, you are grown-up adults, you should have known better than to harm children or trick them, or even do those horrible things to everyone in the first place. So that's about it. That's the full video of A New Start. If you want me to make part 2, we'll see. If I haven't mentioned anyone else, please let me know because I'd be more interested to hear about it, and no. Possibly I'll talk about them in part 2. Who knows? I'm gonna go. I have something else to upload too, but it'll take some time. It's a New Year video with some kind of story. Have a great day and night.